particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will get the first swing of the game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against...
There he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Base 27, John. Base.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to pass, it's Daniels. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build up.
Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, BAMA!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Wilcox. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Daniels. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilmore. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
I love when my wide receiver sees the coverage, sits it down, understands its zone, runs the curl, catches the ball, and then gets upfield and gets some positive yards.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The running back has it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his big tight end. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown tie.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
14, Kentucky, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the air, it's Daniels. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Makes the catch. It's Gilmore. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Hale. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll try the right side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Looking left. He makes a catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the tailback. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athletic.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
a CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We gotta stop turning the football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Got his man in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
2nd and goal for the offense. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Kentucky has it back and the Big Blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Gonna run it. It's Wilcox. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Kentucky will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
He'll take a deep shot here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off-play action on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. It's caught. He's loose. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Mack. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Gives it on the option. Nice move there. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Pulls it in. It's Ward. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Ward. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. New set of downs after the completion. They're going back to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Just enough time to get off one more snap. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Sets up the screen. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
And the Alabama offense will take over.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now you set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes back.
Going downfield for the big play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They want to run it left here. Going the other way, and he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Zimmerman. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
and so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Looking for his man. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again.
Let's go. Right. Single, single. Here we go.
The give to the single back. Runs through a tackle. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
To throw, it's Mack. Rushes on him. He's open on the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Riley. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Running to Green. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on! Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
Let's go. Right.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Rides the back. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Shakes off and runs through another guy. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He'll bring it out. It's John. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out.
Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
Ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
White 53.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Riley. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game, get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were